All right, I'm gonna get this LED strip light mounted on here. I've decided I'm not gonna put it on the tailgate because it's not quite long enough. So that means the wires are going to show for the last inch before it wraps around the back of the tailgate, and I'm not a fan of that part of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount it up here right under the tailgate. I may have to, on the harness that goes flat against here to plug in for the tailgate, I may have to cut off the two clips on the bottom of that harness so it doesn't interfere, because that light has to come in just underneath of there in order for me to keep it as level as possible across here to miss this piece right here. I guess an option would be to take that piece out altogether. Yeah, I may have to consider that as well. Then I can mount it down here low enough. Yep, let me consider that. Okay, I'm gonna scratch my head a little bit more before I make the final adjustment. You know, it's been sitting for 24 hours with, on a flat surface with weight on top of it, and you can see it still has a slight bend to it. Oh well. I'll heat. Uh-oh, my battery's about to go dead. Mayday, mayday. But I've got the heat gun down here. I'll heat everything up and make sure it's good and warm before we stick it on there, and we'll hope for the best. Okay, according to the directions, you mount about 12 lights at a time, and you press against that for about 30 seconds, and then you move to the next 12 lights, hold for 30 seconds. Let's see how good my eyeballs are in trying to get a straight line across here. You know, I probably could have put something down on this lower lip to hold that light on top of, but I'm just eyeballing it and going, you know, just about that much from the lip here to the bottom of the light. Temperature's about 55 degrees today, so I'm just gonna put some heat on here. It should do better as far as sticking to this with it a little warmer. As you can see, I pulled the cap out of there for the spare tire, where you put the rod in to wind the spare tire down. I decided to pull that out in order to drop it down below this tailgate connection, because I figured I would be dealing with this tailgate connection more than I would be with the spare tire. Now watch, just because I said that, I'll be using the spare tire more than taking the tailgate off, but oh well. All right, there we go. I think I got one little, looks a little high right in here. But you'll only notice that if you're tailgating me. I think I'm gonna get some tape and wrap these wires around here, so when I go down under that bumper, all that color is not gonna show up. And then all I gotta do is get under there and hook the wires up and get them all up there nice and tight. Okay, what I don't like in how this mounted is because of the length of this. I had to go up over the edge here. We've got just a little bit of a lip there, so it doesn't sit flat all the way across. So if it starts pulling apart, this is where it's going to come off. But they did include some of these, so I guess, you know, I hate to do it, but I can screw that clip in there, get a self-tapping, two self-tapping screws, one top, one bottom. But man, that's going to be the first place it'll start rusting. But I'll throw these Maybe I'll just throw those in the glove box. Let's see how long it takes before this starts pulling away, and then maybe make that decision on whether to put those on there. Here it's going to be a little bit worse because of the wire coming out of there. And you can already see it wants to pull away. I may have to just bite the bullet and do this side here. Okay, before I put all those wires up there and had them nice and pretty, I wanted to make sure everything was still working. So I see backup light, running light, and the caution light. Wow, that is that backup is a bright light. All right, I turned the backup off. I've just got running lights on and the flashing light, and there we go. Okay, let me get everything tied up there and put the tailgate back on, and then maybe I'll attempt to get that fuel filter in there. Okay, let's see how bad it is going to be to change this fuel filter. I think I mentioned in a previous video that thing is like $90 or $95, that fuel filter there. Wow. Wow. Let's see, it's just going to be enough room to get that down through there. Yep, okay. Let me go get the light and see what we can do here. 1 1/8. All right, I gotta regroup here. Man, they don't make this easy, do they? I guess I got to crawl up here in the truck. All right, that's not easy. Oh man, I'm just gonna make a mess everywhere. Overall length is pretty darn close. But on the inside here, it's a little different. I don't think this is gonna work. Let's see what happens. Well, you know what? It did fit down there nice. Now, it fit down there like it should have. The problem is going to be taking it back out, but there's a little tab right on the top of it. I guess you can get some pliers and pull it out, but you saw the other one. This one actually had something a little easier to grip onto and pull it out. The two are actually made quite differently. As you can see, the one I put in is a Napa filter. This is the original filter that came in the truck, and this is a Fleet Guard filter. want to check, I want to compare these two again. All right, as the kids say these days, send it. We're going with the Napa. It fits in there. Diameter is the same. All right, we're gonna send it. Now, I tried to put this light down here so you could see, but then it got in my way. Now, let's... I don't like the way it gets fuel everywhere. Engineers have got to come up with better designs for doing this. All right, now I wonder how I'm supposed to prime it. I see this yellow, that's probably an air valve, and I see lettering on there that says open. I guess I better get the instruction manual out. I may have to open that and turn the key on without trying to start it to go ahead and get all the air out of the system. All right, I got to come up with a trick here when I do this, because when you drag that filter across here, it's dripping. So of course it is dripped on the truck here. I guess I need to next time get a coffee can and have up here that as soon as I pull that filter out, it goes in the coffee can. I probably won't remember that the next time though, but what I'm gonna do, and what I do with oil when I change the oil, is I rip the top off of here with the number on it. I put the date and the miles, the size wrench that I need to undo the drain plug for the oil. So I think I'll do that with the fuel filter. Date, mileage, I needed an 1.1/8" socket, and I'll put coffee can on there to help remind me. That way the next time I pull it out to get a new filter, I've got the number, I've got everything there that I need. All right, let me figure out how to prime this system, get the air out of it. Hopefully that tells me in the owner's manual. Okay, nothing in the owner's manual about changing a fuel filter. I have a whole separate manual on lemon laws and arbitration. I guess that's more important than a fuel filter. So I'm doing what everybody else does. I'm going to YouTube and figuring this out to see what needs to be done. All right, this guy is putting in an OEM filter. He didn't go with Napa. Cycle ignition 4 to 5 times to fill housing with fuel and you're done. Okay, that sounds simple enough. Let's see if it works in theory. Or, not in, that doesn't make sense. Let's see if it works in real life. So I've used 1,062 gallons, is that right? That seems a bit low, but anyway. Okay, let's reset. Confirm, reset, press that to confirm. Oh, hold it, I gotta scroll down. There we go. And then press OK. And did it reset? No, it did not. Oops, what did I do? Hold. Confirm reset. Okay. Press to confirm. There we go. Alright, we'll see how that goes. And everything looks good there. Yeah, there we go. That's how you change a fuel filter on a 20, what is this, a 2018 6.7 Cummins 2,500 Ram pick-em-up truck. And let me write all my numbers down on the fuel filter top, and then we're good. Kyle trial. So the jury, the jury is going over the charges now, discussing the trial. They got that this morning. Let's see if there's any verdict that is reached yet. Rittenhouse jury reaches out to judge after just 45 minutes as tensions outside courthouse boil over. So I guess there's no verdict yet. I'll have to figure out what their question was to the judge. I don't see it here initially, but yeah, the Kyle trial. I hope he is found not guilty on all charges, but something tells me they're gonna find him guilty on at least one. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I hope not. So, okay, that's enough. Light is on, tailgate's back on, fuel filter's changed. Let me write everything down and clean up and go home and see what's new with the Kyle trial. And until next time, I'm going to say, see you. Well, okay, I haven't seen this before. Inside the oil filter box was instructions on how to change the fuel filter. I've never seen this. Basically what it says is that valve on the bottom that had that little yellow cap on my truck, I was supposed to, this is a drain valve, I was supposed to unscrew that and drain all the fuel out before taking the filter out. Well, I guess that would prevent the fuel going over the side of my truck when I'm pulling the filter out, because there wouldn't be fuel in this housing now, and so the filter should not be dripping wet. But then I've got to capture somehow underneath all of that fuel. So I think my way is better with just getting a coffee can, and when I pull that filter out, stick it right in the coffee can. No muss, no fuss, less mess. Tell me if I'm wrong in this. What other reason is there for draining the fuel out of the housing, the fuel filter housing? I don't know. Then it just seems like it would be more to try to get it primed again, cycling the ignition more. It doesn't tell me how to prime the system. It just says to prime and start the engine using the vehicle manufacturer's recommended procedure, which I don't have that with me. So, okay, I just getting ready to throw everything out here. I just happened to see this and thought I would add it. Okay, now I will say one more thing. As I was in the glove box looking for instructions on priming the fuel filter, this is what I learned. So I have these neat LED lights here in the bed, and I thought the only way to turn them on was from inside the cab. But reading through the instruction manual, there's a little switch down here that turns these lights on, and I had no clue. I've had the truck for 2 years, and each time at night that I've wanted to see something in the bed, I go up and turn the switch on under the light switch to turn these on. But no, there's this neat little switch right under here that I can turn these off and on. So hey, I could have gone the whole time owning this truck without knowing that switch was there. So yeah, that's why you need to read the owner's manual sometimes. Okay, now I can say, and I mean it this time, I'm not coming back on here. See ya!